Hey everybody, Captain CA here with FlatsClass YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. Just had to lock up the shop here. I'm headed back out to my boat to, well, get it cleaned up for tomorrow's trip. Today's trip was excellent. I had my buddy Bobby Gross out. Show you some of that action coming up here on social media. But yesterday's trip we had a little tackle snafu, if you will. And it was because we were Texas rigging. After we missed a few fish and I realized what was happening, I found a remedy for it. And I think I'm going to share it with you. But you watch the action from yesterday's trip with Kevin. I'm going to get out there and start washing the boat, and then I'll meet you back here in a few minutes and we'll talk about how we did it. I'll be honest with you, it reminds me when I was a kid doing this, because this is the kind of stuff I would do in Pinellas County and some of the, the parks and stuff that would drain into the bay. I would take canoes and get way up in there, and this is Huckleberry Finn Tom Sawyer time for me. And every time I come back and do something like this with somebody, it just takes me right back to that spot. I can almost hear Andy Griffith plucking his guitar. And a lot of it has to do, there's a creek to the right and a creek to the left, so you've got two zones here, and these fish have to come right in here. He's got one was right on it. I can see it. I'm thinking this is a really good zone for you and I to just kind of set some stakes and just watch. He's got it. He's got it. What it is, it's hard to feel the fish because how fast the water's moving. There's a second redfish with him. Look at, he's trying to get it away from him. He's trying to get it away from him. This is just one of those spots around the nature coast that's just beautiful. Oh, there we go. And he's just not a monster. No. But I mean, beautiful. Oops. This guarantees the next catch. Yeah. That's what it does. Guarantees the next catch. I got a feeling this crossroads here is a good spot. Oh, and that was a big one too. Is that bait? That hook must be buried in the bait.
Yeah, it must be too far in.
Yeah, should just lay on top. That one shouldn't have got off. That's the only bad part about Texas rigging. It'll cost you bites. It gets you bites, but it costs you bites. I thought you got electrocuted for a second. That's amazing.
I think I pulled it, yeah. Oh, spit it out.
Come out, drop it. Work it back. Quick, 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 quick. Keep. All right, now drop it. Now start working it. He's going to see it. He sees it. Oh, he was on it. It twitched just as he came up on it. It twitched just as he came. He ran to the back wall. Get it up and do it again. That little adjustment that we made to that bait is going to get him. I'm telling you, it's going to get him, because by opening that hook up, it's going to get him right in the button this time. That's an old bass trick.
Point it up a little bit.
Yeah, point it up a little bit. If you miss a fish or two, that's the best thing to do. He ran right up to that bait like he was going to hammer it. And you just gave it a kick as he was closing the gap on it. And reel it a little bit and then twitch it again, just trying to find what they want. Go back up there on that corner again. Oh yeah. Come on, big dog's got to be in there somewhere. There you go. I'm thinking that something different. They probably know what aisle we sell that on Bass Pro Shops by now. There's a big one right there. You're pointing at them. 25 feet out there. See him? Look down. He just, that's a little one, but there was another one past him. Yeah, throw right where you're pointing, right where you're pointing. Oh, too far to the right. I want you to go, see all the wakes going left? This one here, you kind of just can roll a little bit, drop a little bit. It'll swim like a shrimp. Some reds right in there. You're gonna go right by them. Oh, they did not like it. They did not like it. Yeah, is to lift this up a little bit. Bend it up, give it a little bit more angle. And that way you won't miss those fish. All right, let's try it. I'm gonna sit right here. It's a big red. Whoa, I mean big. Water's got me pinned on those rocks. Keep reeling down tight. We're gonna have to steer him around that corner. You're doing fine. I mean, that fish is way oversized.
Yeah.
And wait till he gets in this tide. He's gonna rocket behind us like a... Reel down on him, quick. All right, hold on. Let him go, Don't get him on the tab.
Yep.
There you go. Combat fishing, baby. I'm gonna put this up here. I'm gonna get the net out.
That's a freaking monster.
It's a monster for this water. And the tide, it's so strong.
Yep.
You're doing fine. Okay, just steer him. Just be patient with him. He's so fresh. You might get him on this side. I barely fit him in the net. That is a big fish. All the difference was in the world was that oh, you're never gonna believe it. It was hooked in the chin too. Oh man, lost your jerk shaft. Tell you what, you fought for that one.
Yeah.
That is a stud.
Make sure we got him. Yep. There you go.
Okay, let's release him over here on the right side, and I'm going to try to do something with the bottom of my hull. Wow, what a toad! What a toad! Killer. Best part. Best part. Get right on him again. There's two of them there now. He sees it? He got it? All right. You're good.
Look at that guy.
Good Lord.
Oh, cow.
The other guy's bigger.
Yeah.
And he's trying to get what he's got. He's trying to make him cough it up. Wow, just wow.
I think I'm hooked on his fin. Looks
There you go. You're doing good. You're doing good. All right, I'm gonna jump down. You tell me where.
right there.
Ooh, good fish. Reel down again. Pretty green. Fish is too. That fish is huge.
That's what sight fishing's all about.
Oh God, yeah, that was fun to watch. Trust me, up there, that was fun to watch. On the dark and stormy this time, but we altered that hook, so making a difference. All right, get a nice release.
Right.
amongst the trees. Oh, it was frustrating for sure. Absolutely. It took a little bit, but after watching closely, I could see what was happening. We were fishing current that was coming to us, so I was positioned in the bank with the nose of the boat, and I had the back of the boat pinned. Kevin was making long casts up current, and the bait, said bait, was swimming back to us. What would happen is a redfish would be coming out, would chase it down, and would come with the current. And when he would reel down and go to set, he could never get good hook penetration because it wasn't an open hook presentation. The tail of the bait would come up over and ball over it, and we would never really get a solid hook set. Plus, there was lots of debris in the water that was moving with that current, and we were skin hooking the bait. So just one, two things were going to have to happen. We were either going to need a much larger hook cap to overcome that, or be saddled with an open jig head and try to, just get through the debris every once in a while and have most of our presentations fouled, or we were going to have to come up with a trick. Well, I started thinking, I was like, here's a little trick that Luke Clausen once showed me when him and I were fishing in Mosquito Lagoon doing tackle breakdown for Z-Man. In most cases, this is a Chinlock's hook on a 4-inch Z-Man jerk shads. And you can see that the point, okay, is in line with the line tie right there. Well, there's not a lot of gap there with a Laztec. And we were missing fish there for almost the same reason, because we were fishing unweighted, easy shrimps in a situation where we had a lot of wind. And he goes, I'll show you a little trick. So Clausen pulls out his pliers, okay, and he puts it right in here, and he bends the point of the hook up. So what I'm gonna do here is and I try to show you in the boat, is he bends it up just a little bit, and I'll show it to you. See how this is not in line with that anymore? See how it's up? What that does is when the bait is rigged, you can still have a Texas rig bait, which keeps it pretty clean from debris in the water. And Kevin, I had him throwing up tight against the grass too. You can poke it through the bait where it's barely poked through the bait right there at the top, okay? But now the hook point, when it is pointed up, see how it points up? So when you come tight and you set, it gets a little traction in the roof of their mouth. As soon as we started doing that, Kevin started landing fish. We weren't losing them. We lost 3, 4, maybe, I think 3, 4 of them for sure, until we did that. As soon as we did this little trick, the Luke Clausen, let's bend the point of the hook up, like magic, solved. So if you ever find yourself in that position where you're fishing a Texas rig bait and you're missing fish, remember, take your pliers and bend that hook point out of alignment so that it goes up just a little bit, a few degrees. It makes a difference. If tips like this are helping you here at FlatsClass YouTube, give us the thumbs up. Push the subscribe button. It's my job to make you better inshore anglers. Now it's back to getting the Eldora cleaned up for tomorrow. So I bid you farewell for now, but we'll be back.